everyone, and welcome to Travel Tips Tuesday. Today I want to talk about travel tips for Europe. I know everybody's ready to plan their vacations for 2020, and this is just one suggestion: going to Europe. It is my favorite destination. I just love it there, and there's so many different destinations to choose from within Europe. But here's some tips before your trip. Number one, check your visa requirements. That's a travel visa. In many countries in Europe, you don't have to have a visa, but you want to check on websites by just Googling it. There's several websites out there that can give you that information, and you want to make sure you're entering a country, if it does require it, that you have it ahead of time, because that could really ruin a really good trip and a lot of fun for you. Number two, travel off season. Now I know this is hard because everybody wants to bask on the beach of the Mediterranean in the summer, but everyone wants to do that. So if you do try to go off peak season, fall or spring, you're gonna get better prices and you're gonna get better accommodations. It'll be less crowded. Use budget airlines. Within Europe, they have really good budget airlines at a really discount price. However, be sure to check for those extra fees that budget airlines usually have, like baggage fees, seat assignments, things like that. But that leads to my number 4 tip, which is travel by train. To me, that's the best way to do it in Europe. Now, sometimes those discounted flights can actually be cheaper than train, but train is efficient. It's way easier than the flights. And the scenery that you're going to see along the way is so beautiful. Number 5, make your reservations in advance. And this is if you want to secure accommodations, like a particular hotel. There's this place I love to stay in Amsterdam. It's right on the canal. And this is especially true for peak season. If you're going peak season, that hotel probably won't be available. So you want to book it ahead of time to make sure you get exactly what you want. Also, you'll get better rates booking ahead of time. Number 6, and this is a big one, wear comfortable shoes. And the reason I say that, I remember my first trip to Europe, I wanted to look cute for you ladies, and then I realized I want comfortable shoes. And even for men, make sure you have those shoes broke in, because the best way to see a city is walk it. I can't even tell you how many miles I walked in Amsterdam and Venice. And sometimes the streets aren't always that easy to walk on, so you want comfortable shoes that are already broke in. It sounds like an easy tip, but it's a really good one. And then number 7, bring a carry-on suitcase only. Challenge yourself to this, because if you do, you're gonna thank yourself later. Let me tell you, I have a friend right now that's on a 2-week trip, and she posted on Facebook, on a 2-week European trip, and I'm gonna do just a carry-on. Who thinks I'll make it? It was a big challenge, and she won. She got it done, and I'm sure she's thanking herself for it. And some of the reasons is, well, you'll save on baggage fees. There's a lot of cobblestone roads in Europe, and let me give you an example. When I was in Venice, you have to take the boats. They dropped us off, and then we had to walk quite a ways to the Airbnb we reserved, and there was a lot of steps up and down with my huge suitcase, because this is one I need to learn myself. But, you know, practice what you preach, Lori. That's what I say. Then number 8, stay longer in one place. Try to allow yourself to experience it like a local. And I always express this because I've done it both ways. Because I love to travel, I try to fit a bunch of places in on one trip. But when I haven't done that and I've allowed myself to stay in one destination, I'm always happier. So try to do that too. And then 9, get off the beaten path. For exciting stories and a more memorable experience, get off the beaten path, because that's when the fun really starts to happen. And I have stories like that too, and you want to create those memories for yourself. And then number 10, last, don't plan on using a credit card everywhere, because there are a lot of more of the uncommon cities in Europe. I remember being in Spain and going to a small little village, and they're not going to take a credit card. Believe it or not, they won't. And also if you're going to a local market, which is always a great experience, a lot of that is cash only. So remember that to have the cash with you on this trip when you're going to Europe, and also you'll save on those foreign transaction fees. So I hope this helps you plan your trip, and I hope you go visit Europe in 2020 and these tips were helpful. Thank you.